There's a few. They nod their heads downwards, don't they? Like beautiful bells. And here we have some more hellebore. I'm going to bring the camera angle a little bit lower, hopefully. Let's see what happens here. You can hear the bees, right? Let's. I've got a few of the crocuses over here. Do you remember me planting out? Oh, it must have been about 1,000 crocuses last year. And they're looking just as I planned. Look at that, it's lovely, just beside this beautiful table. And then we have some more just down here. And the bees are coming and visiting them. That's exactly what I planned. That's lovely. Yeah? They don't look too dissimilar to the hellebore, actually, in some regard. This is the crocus here. But over here, we've got a single hellebore. Let's see if I can bring you in a bit closer to that one there. Just lovely. The sun hitting and reflecting on there. But let's get back to the task, which is to cut some hellebore. There we go. Let's see what we can do with those. Okay, so let's do a little flower arranging here. Some hellebore. Look at that. Real simple. I've got to put some water in there though. That's just lovely. That's lovely. Thank you for that idea. I'm going to put that in my beautiful kitchen and just enjoy these. And apparently they last for a long time. So let me just get some water in there. They look lovely in the centre of that table, as they are, to be honest. Let's just give it some rainwater. And that looks beautiful. Doesn't that look lovely? Look at that in the centre of the table. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Chop and drop. That's lovely. That's lovely. Let me bring you all the way close up so that you can see. That's so lovely. It's an easy way to brighten up a space, an easy way to bring joy into a space. These are absolutely lovely. So thank you to you. You know who you be, who came up with the suggestion of cutting them and putting them in water. I love that idea. Thank you so much. But hey, on to the rest of the garden now. Let's see what else is happening at this time of year in the garden. The tulips are putting on the leaves, so they're coming along really lovely. It's not too long now before we get the bulbs, which will emerge from the centre, and then I'll have some beautiful tulips as well. The sedums, they're popping through the ground. Remember always, in life is all types of challenges. When the conditions are right, everything will appear that needs to. Sometimes it looks, as I've said many times in my videos, go back and watch. So many times I've said sometimes the conditions aren't right, but when the conditions are right and everything comes together, there is absolutely no telling what nature is capable of doing. Look at the beauty. There's beauty everywhere in the garden, and that's why I love gardening, because gardening is a joy. Not everybody enjoys gardening, and I get it. It's not for everybody, I understand. But even if you're not able to do gardening, maybe a plant pot like I've just created can sit on a windowsill, or maybe venturing out into other gardens. Lots of different gardens around. You can see here again the new cluster of sedums, and these are the old flowers of the sedum, and these in essence are different seeds. So at this time I can just, because the ground is a lot warmer, it still gets a little frosty, I can just scatter the seeds, and hopefully I will have me some more sedums. Scatter those. You'll remember towards the end of last year I harvested some of the echinacea. I still have those drying in a bag, but here are some of the echinacea that I left out, and no doubt some of the birds have eaten the seeds and others have fallen. It's going to be interesting to see whether I'm able to grow some more of the echinacea in this particular bed here. This is our almonds tree, and they do blossom fairly early. And yes, we absolutely do get almonds from this tree. Very beautiful. I love the colour of the blossoms. And then from there, we get the leaves, and then we get the nuts as well. But they're very pretty. It will soon be time for me to prune back the laurel. And whilst we're really only emerging into spring now, what I tend to do is trim back really very early as soon as the new growth starts to show, and that is really in order to just keep control of the depth of the hedge. It's a beautiful hedge, and I cut it back really late in the autumn, just before the winter, and now that the weather is starting to turn and become warmer, I can already see some growth, and I will be trimming this back soon just to ensure that as it grows I'm able to limit its size, because this is an area where it doesn't need to be too large. Okay, so that's what the laurel hedge is looking like. You can, if you look closer, you can only just begin to see the startings of the new leaves, and that's those there. So that's really telling me that the temperatures are warming up and the conditions are right, and the hedge is wanting to grow. I may let it do a little bit of growth first and then prune it back, but if you don't keep on top of this, the growth will be quite enormous quite soon. So that's definitely a task to look out for. It won't be an immediate one, but it's certainly something to look out for. As the hedge starts to grow, I give it a good hard cut back, knowing that the new flush will be out before too long. The camellia is a winter flowering plant. It's still putting on growth, and certainly the bud is swelling each week that goes past, but it hasn't shown its full blossom yet. But no doubt it will do so, fairly shortly, and that'll be a lovely addition to the garden when these start to flower out. And these are the camellias. And you can see the waxy, glossy leaves, an evergreen plant that really needs no pampering. It's doing quite well in a very sunny spot here. The forsythia is just coming along, and like the magnolia, that will soon be putting on some of its beautiful flowers, and it has the yellow buds as I've shown in a previous video, but it's not too far away now. It's not too long before this starts to flower. The forsythia. So let me just take these flowers indoors, and I thank you as always for watching my videos. I thank you. I thank you for keeping well, because that's the most important thing, right? I know we all agree on that. Keeping well. Thank you to all the comments. Thank you for all the inspiration. I trust you're well. I certainly am. And I really look forward to this new season in the garden, where there'll be lots to do. New things, old things, but things that bring joy and happiness. And we're just entering into spring. Is it spring where you are? Or are you still in the depth of winter? What are the seasons like where you are? Because we have all 4 seasons here. The spring, summer, autumn, winter. Winter is behind us now, at least. We believe that to be so. Spring is definitely on its way, but it's not to say that we won't have maybe some cold days, even snow. But for now, I thank you as always, and I just pray that you keep well, and I hope you keep well for you, your family, your friends, and keep watching. Thumbs up would be so appreciated. Thank you as always for being in the garden, for being with me, for being with me in nature. Thank you.